Good morning! Hello, everyone. I am Razorblade Mango, and what an interesting weekend this has been, especially if you are a gamer. More specifically, a PlayStation 4 gamer like myself. As you all know, this weekend it was the PlayStation Experience event that was going on in Las Vegas that Sony was holding to celebrate the 20th anniversary of the release of the original PlayStation. Back in 1994, which is pretty cool. So, let's get started. First of all, well, were my impressions like of the keynote, of some of the news that came out of it. So let me get like the obvious low point of the keynote out of the way, and just because I've talked enough shit about them this year, and I just want to focus on more important things at hand. But this is just too funny to ignore. Apparently, it's going to take something cataclysmic to get Square Enix to actually do, like, a genuine remake, HD remake of Final Fantasy VII. I'm not talking about, like, I'm not even necessarily talking about, like, making it, like, the gameplay style, like fucking Final Fantasy 15. Just have it be the same turn-based gameplay, but with like the graphics of like Advent Children or something. That's what we want, Square Enix. That's not that hard to do. I mean, it takes time, yes. It takes effort, yes. But you can do it. You made 13. You made a Final Fantasy 13 trilogy that nobody wanted. So I'm pretty sure you could do a Final Fantasy 7 remake. And I guarantee you, if they had, like, slipped this out there quietly, like, as kind of like a side note, like, oh, yeah, Square Enix is doing this, and it was, like, one of, like, the little announcements at the show, that wouldn't be a problem. It really would not be that big of a deal. I mean, people would still be kind of frustrated, but not to this, like, cataclysmic level where people are pissed. People are just fucking angry as shit, and they have every right to be, because this was one of the biggest trolls I have ever fucking seen. This was awful. This was just, it was borderline disgusting. It was just, I couldn't even believe what I was seeing, and I was one of those people that got duped. Watching this, when Shinji Hashimoto comes out, and he's like, oh, 17 years ago today, and, like, the fucking audience freaked out, like, or however long years ago, 17 years ago today, or whatever he said. It was like, people were freaking the fuck out. People were like, oh my god, when they showed that logo, the Final Fantasy VII logo, people were beginning to lose their fucking minds around the internet, and I myself, I was like, yes! Finally! We get a fucking true HD remaster! And guess what? We got a true HD remaster, you guys! Except it's the port of the PC version of it! Oh, my god. That, and then the way, like, Square Enix came on stage and, like, paraded this thing around, it was, like, going to become the second coming of Jesus or something like that. But it just, like, brought everyone to this all-time high of excitement, and then dropped our expectations like a sack of potatoes. It just dropped to, like, the negative. I have never seen such, like, a reversal of goodwill in, like, a matter of seconds in all my life. Oh my god, I have never seen something like this. I almost want to commend Square Enix for being, like, the ultimate troll of the year. Really, it's just like another nail in their coffin, because it really, man, guys, I thought we were making progress here, you and I. Square Enix, I thought we put our differences aside as far as this year goes. I mean, you've been doing good. You showed Final Fantasy 15 at Tokyo Game Show. You revealed that we're going to get a demo of it in March. You revealed that Tetsuya Nomura is off. He's free from the burden of Final Fantasy VII and is working on Kingdom Hearts 3. We get a Kingdom Hearts 2.5 Collector's Edition. I mean, I thought we were making progress here. And then you gotta go and do this. And now it's like the scales are tipped where you've had much more negativity this year than positive stuff. It's just not there, guys. It's just not there. Whoever is in charge, whoever at like Square Enix came up with this idea, rather than using the resources for an actual honest to God remake, they need a good slap on the wrist, or maybe a demotion or something, because this was fucking stupid. And I have to only laugh just to hide how embarrassing it was. I mean, look at this. Look at the trailer for it on YouTube. If this isn't like obvious proof enough that you guys have pissed off people. I haven't even seen this type of negative reaction when the Xbox One was first announced. I've never seen this kind of just hateful reaction towards an announcement like this. I haven't seen it for quite a while. Not even fucking Tomb Raider for Xbox One got this bad of a rep. Look at this. 2,000, as I'm looking at it right now, 2,317 likes for the video, 15,939 dislikes. My God, you guys, look at this. Look at this, guys. These are your fans. These are your fans that want to support your games, but you're just not giving it to them. We won for years. Ever since you put that promo out for the remaster to look like the PS3 model. We want a Final Fantasy VII remake. Not this. Not this shit. Oh my God. What the fuck? Man, and I gotta put some of the blame on Sony as well for actually accepting this announcement to go on their stage, to be announced like this. This was not needed. This really wasn't. So, there's that, and I just wanted to get that out of the way. But how was the show? It was interesting. It was interesting in a way that I didn't really expect. I knew it'd be interesting because, like, the demos that were going to be there, Uncharted 4 was there, a bunch of new games were there. So I was happy to see, like, a lot of the PS4 exclusives were there. So let's talk about that first of all. The stuff that we've had that's, like, established, Until Dawn. I know I said in my Game Awards thing that I wasn't really all that crazy about the trailer, it didn't interest me. That the demo they did where actually they got like live feedback from the audience to like make the choices. That actually looked interesting. I'll have to research more about Until Dawn and look up more of their news that's going to come out. But this one little trailer kind of has gotten my curiosity going for it. But the Order 1886, like I said, I really liked what I saw in the last trailer at the Game Awards. The kitchen fight in this demo actually looked cool. I was excited to see that. It looked like the guns looked a lot better. The melee combat looks pretty cool. And especially that trailer where Galahad is going like up against like the werewolf lichen thing, where he has the knife and then he has the baton and he's like fighting this thing with it. That was really cool to see. I also really liked Bloodborne, what they showed from that. Of course I like Bloodborne. That was like my favorite part of the Game Awards. Not so much here, only because I felt like the Chalice dungeon, it just looked cool. Like, I wasn't like geeking out over it like I was the boss fight at the end of the last trailer, because it's not in the main game. It's like a separate mode. So I was like, okay, that looks interesting. So, but I'm not sure if I would do that unless you could have like private matchmaking, like with you and your like I can invite a few friends to do this. I don't know. I don't know if they've already announced that option, but we'll see. But Uncharted 4. I think they blew their wad way too early with this keynote. That's one of my knocks against it. Because Uncharted 4 demo, even for pre-alpha footage, and you're seeing a lot of people on the internet going, oh, they downgraded the graphics. Oh, look at you, fuck you, Naughty Dog. It's pre-alpha, okay? Pre-alpha. What you saw in the E3 demo the E3 trailer 6 months ago, that was full in-game. That's what it's gonna look like at next year, next fall. So stop whining, okay? Pre-alpha. Go look up what that means and actually come back and then talk to me about how they downgraded the graphics. But it looks phenomenal. It really does. I was so excited when he brought out that hook whip and that total Indiana Jones moment where he leaped over from one chasm to the next, knocking that dude off the cliff. That made me fucking go, yeah! Woo! Hell yeah! And that was awesome. Drake's older brother, gonna be played by Troy Baker. Of course, he's got already a few roles lined up for 2015. It's gonna be another busy year for this guy, because he's probably the most prolific voice actor out there for video games. Really, he's in everything. He's in everything. He really is. It's everywhere I go, where it's a new gameplay. Oh, it's Troy Baker doing the voice. New gameplay over here, and it's Troy Baker. New game over here, it's Troy Baker. So this guy is everywhere, which I don't mind, because the guy is a really great actor. But it just made me laugh. Oh boy. There we go again. This is Troy Baker. One more role for you right there. But of all people to play, I thought he was going to play the villain or something if they were going to get him involved. But no, he's Nathan Drake's brother. So Nolan North and Troy Baker in the same game together again, except they're playing brothers. So that's going to be really interesting, especially since Nathan's apparently an orphan. So we'll see what the deal is with that. No Man's Sky, which another knock I have against this game is that I feel like they ended it on a really weak note, because No Man's Sky, I felt like they should have started out with that, but then end the demo. They switch up the order. Put No Man's Sky at the beginning, and then put Uncharted 4 as the very last thing, and then have that Drawn to Death game be the penultimate game reveal. Also, I like what I've seen from a lot of the games coming out, the indie titles. But there were a lot of indie titles, and I know Sony has built up this reputation in this generation of being a huge supporter of indie games, but it's starting to become way too much. Way too many indie games. A lot of these indie games are just PC ports. They're already games that I can find on Steam right now. Stuff like The Forest, or or Fat Princess, I guess, or Geometry Wars 3, or any of this stuff. I guess you can find these. Even the Shovel Knight is already on the 3DS, so I can get that, even though Kratos is on it. But I was just I liked some of the reveals. I never heard of The Forest, but The Forest does look really cool. It looks kind of like a survival horror version of Rambo. And some of the other ones interested me. The Drawn to Death looks pretty cool. Killing Floor 2 I'm interested in. But a lot of them, I was just kind of it really was just underwhelming sometimes. Even Tearaway, which I trust Media Molecule. However, it just doesn't look like something I would be interested in or want to buy right off the bat. So, but as I always say, we'll see how this goes. And of course they didn't show any trailer for it. But they're doing the new God of War, which made me go, ugh. Because, honestly, I really wish they would give God of War to rest, unless it's gonna be like a full-on reboot with like a new protagonist. Because they've done everything they can with Kratos. They've done everything. They've done all the side quests. They've done all the prequels. It just doesn't work. All right, it just was like, okay, whatever. And I know people are begging for it. I'm not. So when they announced it, I was just like, eh. But one of the cooler announcements too was that EA gave away 3 free games. I think it was Need for Speed, one of the Need for Speed games on the Vita, and it was free until yesterday at midnight. Which, if you hadn't gotten it yet, sorry, sorry to bring that up. Yeah, Need for Speed Most Wanted for the Vita, Mirror's Edge for the PS3, which I admittedly haven't played yet. That's like one of my secret gamer shames. I haven't played Mirror's Edge yet, but now that I have it for free, I'm definitely going to play it. And then Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare for the PS4, which, you know, I wasn't even going to play at all. I was just like, whatever, don't give a shit, who cares? And then even, like, I remember initially when they announced it, a year and a half ago, I remember, like, going, that actually exists? You're really gonna make Plants vs. Zombies into a first-person shooter? Pfft, get the fuck out of here. This is fucking stupid. And let me tell you guys, after playing a few hours of it, I have to eat my own words. This game is so much fun, and it's hectic. It's insane, and it doesn't have, like, a lot of my problem with a lot of the first-person shooters out there today is that there comes, like, this air of like, narcissism to it, where, like, you have all these people just, like, coming in, being all mean and nasty about killing each other, and there's always going to be these stupid, horrible people in an online community, but I feel like, especially in first-person shooters, that's where they appear the most. However, I didn't get a sense of that of Garden Warfare. It feels like a happy, joyous game. It's hectic, yes. Competitive, yes. However, there isn't a lot of, like, assholes being online. It's whoever is the most skilled. I felt like the matchmaking was very even. The gunplay is cool. The classes are fun. There's even, like, my personal favorite is, like, the Chomper plant that I put the Chester Cheeto skin on. So yes, it looks like a Venus flytrap inherited the body of Chester Cheeto from Cheeto, the Cheetos mascot. So there's that. So I was really excited about that. I thought that was a really cool announcement. And it beats that fucking announcement they did where it's like, oh, well, here's a very, very early teaser for some game that we have no title for yet. I felt that announcement was much better. This announcement was much better. Also, you got, like, Tim Schafer up there. He announced Broken Age is coming to PS4, which, Grim Fandango, and that's the one I want to play, because I played that long time ago. I barely remember that much about it, but I was excited. I'm excited to find out it's coming in January. That's definitely going to give me something to play. Now that I know Witcher's going to be delayed into May 2015, which, but, you know, more time for them to work on it. And also they announced Day of the Tentacle, which is going to be coming out in same day, I think, as Grim Fandango. So there's that. Arkham Knight. Fuck yeah, Arkham Knight looks fucking awesome. I'm so excited to see, like, these nightmare Scarecrow missions, even though it is shitty that this is going to be, like, an exclusive PS4 thing, because that was one of the more popular parts of Arkham Asylum, where it was the Scarecrow parts, where Batman was dosed with fear gas, and he had to experience his own, like, psychological torment, and he had to break through it. He had to break through Scarecrow's thing. So that was, like, one of the highlights of that game for a lot of people. But I feel like if they don't have that, if this is, like, that version of that, Arkham Knight's version of that, then they've taken it out. They've taken it away from the PC and Xbox One gamers, and then we're just gonna get it, which I think is, you know, on one hand is cool for us, but it's fucked up for everybody else. Now, here's where my problem is. Here's what I want to talk about the most with this video. and it was leaked like a day earlier that Street Fighter V was going to be released exclusively, like as far as consoles go, was going to be a PlayStation 4 exclusive. I mean, it's coming on PC too, and thankfully it supports cross-platform play. So even like friends I have that don't own a PS4, I can play Street Fighter V with them if I wanted to get it. And now, what I find interesting is that this is kind of, it's not the same exact thing that Microsoft did for Tomb Raider, but I feel like the reaction should be a lot more furious. Like Tomb Raider, that's going to be a timed exclusive, meaning like as stupid as that is, where Microsoft bought that out for like 6 months or a year or however long it's going to be on the Xbox One only. I feel like that's a stupid idea. I mean, but at least we will get it eventually. PC, PS4, PS3, we're going to get it eventually. However, Street Fighter V, unless they like pull a fast one on Sony and do like Super Street Fighter V for Xbox One, Xbox One's never going to get it, which is a damn shame in my opinion. And I know, like even Phil Spencer addressed this morning with like, "Hey, competition is competition," but I feel like this is the wrong kind of competition. This is the wrong kind. This is the kind where everybody loses. Where even if you don't care about Tomb Raider, you don't care about Street Fighter V, they have both taken shots at each other in this manner. Tomb Raider was like Microsoft's canon. Street Fighter V is Sony's canon. And they've taken shots at each other. And now I feel like because of this, because Street Fighter V is huge, this is going to be the console of choice for people that want to play on the consoles only, like these hardcore fighter players out there, like the pro circuit. It's going to be the if they don't play PC, this is going to be their console of choice. That's going to be more sales for Sony, especially if it's true that it's never going to come to Xbox One. So, and I feel like there should be more of an outrage, but what's dangerous to me, and what kind of is hypocritical, is that there's more celebration for Sony, and they're like, "Yeah, you took a game away from them. Good job, Sony. You deserve a pat on the back. Nice job." No, that's not. I don't feel like this competition is good. This is just another thing for these like stupid fanboy wars to like throw mud at each other. It's like it does nothing. It just makes people more pissed off, and it just makes people not want to buy consoles. They just want to go to PC, which I'm probably going to do eventually, because I want a good gaming PC for Roller Coaster Tycoon World. But this doesn't make any sense to me. Why would you do this? Especially since Capcom is supposedly in financial need right now. Why would you limit your audience like that? I mean, if the rumors are true, and I haven't seen a single article prove this to me, if Street Fighter V was never going to be made without Sony's help, that's one thing. That's like the Bayonetta 2 situation, where Nintendo fully funded Bayonetta 2, where they were like, this game is never going to come out if we don't get a big backer. And Nintendo came in and saved Bayonetta 2, and it went on to be a nice, good, successful game, nominated for Game of the Year, and considered like one of the better Wii U titles of the year. But Street Fighter V, if this was never going to exist without Sony's help, that's one thing, but I highly doubt that, considering Street Fighter V is like one of the big Capcom franchises. But I feel like I said, there's just more celebration around this, and that is messed up. That's hypocritical, because I think it's worse. I think in some ways it's worse than the than the Tomb Raider announcement. It's smarter, sure. Like, from a financial standpoint, from, like, a goodwill standpoint, not really. No, it's just making yourselves look bad. You're succumbing to this new, ugly trend of buying out third-party games. It's bartering. It's like paying off companies to say, hey, give me your game. This is not timed exclusives. This is pure exclusives. And that is fucked up. And I hear you guys out there that are like, well, I don't care about Rise of the Tomb Raider, I don't care about Street Fighter. Trust me, if this keeps going, eventually, either side that you do not own a console for will find a franchise that you love, take it from you, and will piss you off for not having that console to support the game with. It's inevitable. That's what's going to happen. Even so, Phil Spencer said this morning, I will have to do something to make amends for Street Fighter V. That could mean anything. That could mean, I'm not going to go so far as to say, like, he could buy out, like, Kingdom Hearts or Resident Evil or something like that. I'm just saying, like, if they want, like, they could. They have the wallet for it. They could easily buy out any of a number of popular franchises out there, so you'd have to buy an Xbox One or a good PC in order to play it. That's just the reality. That's what's going to happen with this generation. And I am so... I'm tired of it. I'm tired of it, guys. I just... Like, look, when I was in middle school and even high school, I was into the fanboy war. I totally was. I was with a guy going, fuck you, Xbox, fuck you, Microsoft. I'm all for PlayStation 2, I'm all for PlayStation 3, I'm all for PlayStation 4. And let me say, the only reason, like, I gave shit to Microsoft because I felt like last year, was I felt like their policies were completely anti-consumer. It was bullshit. It was horrible. And that, it was fucked up. And then when they had, like, that enormous humiliation at E3 2013, I was happy because I had gotten shit for... This was like a personal thing for me, where I'd gotten so much crap over the years for purchasing a PlayStation 3 instead of an Xbox 360. I felt like this was my moment to go, ha! Fuck you guys! I was right! You were wrong! Sony is the victor here! And now that all, like, the hype has died down, I see that it's just... It's stupid. It's a load of bullshit. And I feel like these companies shouldn't support fanboy wars. They shouldn't. Friendly competition is good. Okay? Competition is good. First party exclusives are good. Bloodborne, fine. Halo, fine. Not No Man's Sky. What's it called? Damn, Order 1886, fine. Uncharted 4, fine. Sunset Overdrive, fine. Scream Ride, fine. Those are Microsoft exclusives. Microsoft has first-party developers making those for them. Capcom and Crystal Dynamics are not third-party developers. Are not first-party developers. They are third-party. Meaning that they were bought out by a different company, and now they have to do, like, work for a specific console, because it's like under the table money handling. It's bribing. It's bartering. It's fucked up, and I'm tired of it. And this needs to stop right now. This needs to stop. Man, guys, this needs to stop. And I'm telling you guys, it's just, it makes me sad. Like, it really makes me depressed when I see people arguing over games. When I see people, like, if you wanna have disagreements over specific games, whether they were good or not, fine. You wanna argue over, like, the specifics of, like, a console, fine. But when you throw out insults to people because they don't own the same console that you do, they have a personal, like, they have a really different personal taste in gaming, and you want to go out there and just insult them like that, that's fucked up. That's fucking stupid. that brings about the death of the video gaming experience. Where like this whole celebration, I feel like the irony here is that this celebration for Sony is there's so much goodwill, there's so much love, there's so much like care and respect in the room, but at the same time it's also encouraging such like negative feedback from people. It's encouraging like this negative clash between gamers when we should be united as one. It's times like this that I wish only one console was available, or only PC was available, whereas we would all be playing on the same thing. But then again, we would then be arguing over. That's just human nature, guys. Conflict is human nature, and I'm telling you guys, it's never going to go away. Stupid people will always find something to argue about. But in this case, I'm just tired of it. We've been doing this for years, and now it's worse. In the age of the internet, it's so much worse because people that probably like really horrible, stupid people with the technology and the will to carry out these fucking stupid wars will go out there and they will wage this unnecessary war when there really should just be like niceness and kindness and goodwill towards people. Gaming is meant to be fun. Gaming is meant to be a bonding experience, or even like when it's a competitive game. Do you know how many times I've played like Halo or fucking like Grand Theft Auto 5 or Towerfall Ascension, one of my favorite probably my favorite game on the PS4 right now, against my friends. Even when we're competing against each other, even when we're talking shit to each other, we are bonding. We are bonding. This is what gaming should be. Bonding. Console wars is not bonding. It's not. It's bullshit. Guys, it's bullshit. Okay? Stop this. Stop this war. Stop this console shit. Just stop. Please. I'm begging you guys. Stop. I know my pleas aren't going to do a goddamn thing, but I just want to say that it's fucked up. And I'm tired of it. I'm tired of seeing it. I'm telling you guys, if I see any of like this console war crap in my comments section, I'm just going to remove the ability to leave comments. I'm going to be like all these other people, because they're tired of it. They're tired of seeing people, just ordinary human beings, fight over something that can be easily resolved with like over a glass of beer or like a friendly meeting or something. It's strangers arguing over hardware. How stupid does that sound? Fuck me, guys. God damn. I've talked about this for too long. But yeah, overall, this PlayStation experience was interesting. I have had, disappointments with it. It's supposed to like the Final Fantasy VII thing. No Final Fantasy 15, no Kingdom Hearts 3, no Last Guardian, no Mortal Kombat X, no God of War or whatever. No, like, really super hyper impressive new IPs. Maybe they're saving that for E3 because they gotta save some stuff for that. But we'll have more interesting games by then because a lot of these games are going to be out by the time E3 2015 rolls around. So that would be cool. But this was definitely interesting in ways that I didn't expect. And I'm warning you guys, eventually, they will find either company will find a series that you love and take it away from you because it's all just business. And I understand business. This is not business. This is bartering. It's bribing. It's dumb. And it's nonsensical. It's a lose-lose for everybody. Lose-lose, guys. Keep that in mind. Alright. Thank you guys for watching. If you like what you see, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about this thing. Let me know what you thought about like Bloodborne or Uncharted 4, the Final Fantasy VII troll, or the Street Fighter 5 thing. I understand the side, that's excited for the game, and I won't deny it. I am a little. This may sound hypocritical, but it is. It's kind of a win from the pro circuit perspective. It's a win for Sony because they're going to get those people that do the pro circuits, and they're going to get more consoles sold because of that. But for the casual people that just want to play it with their friends, like I said, lose-lose. Lose-lose. Thank you guys for watching. Have a good one, guys.